Introvert at heart, I love my peace, no, I can't pop out with you. I don't know who you beef with, so don't try to put me in your pictures. Babe, need help with the kids at home, no time for me to play with. I just been focused on my goals.
Peace and love, it's Musi.
Peace, it's Sid.
And welcome to our family YouTube channel, Parents with Boundaries. This is our 30-day team building challenge.
Family team building challenge.
Family team building challenge.
I ain't seen nobody doing this yet.
Yeah, we actually went on YouTube and looked this up.
Couldn't find it.
Couldn't find nothing. So here we are, creating this, and we're being what it is that we would like to see. So yes, welcome to Parents with Boundaries family YouTube channel. Where are we?
Well, I feel like where are we? I feel like we have been feeling the need to work on like trust, communication, team building, just unity, and those are the main. I would say those are like the main points. What else?
I can pretty much the same thing. Definitely building a better relationship with ourselves first and foremost. So, and that's really it. Just building a better relationship with ourselves.
I feel like we've learned the most through like mother and fatherhood about ourselves. It's like the biggest. I feel like for me, it's it's literally the biggest transformation for me. And my level of self-awareness is on a whole other level.
It's like a huge highlight on everything that you tend to avoid. Or you may not be avoiding it, but it's those things that you don't necessarily want to accept. So
it's a different perception of you.
Yeah, man. We feel like where we are right now is we're in a place where we really are aiming to build a better bond with each other, but first ourselves. And we're doing that through building with each other, learning from ourselves, our reflections, children, to be exact, and really just, creating an unbreakable bond.
That part. That part.
An unbreakable bond. Growing up, and you see how a lot of families and siblings,
there's a war outside.
That most people growing up, and they've grown up with their siblings and they were really close, or some people haven't grown up with close siblings, and you can tell. So yeah, our intention for this video here
is for us to not to have to like really seek outside of ourselves, and being fully accountable for our creations, and it reflecting.
Yeah, it's our intention. I can definitely say our intention for creating this video is, like she said, holding ourselves accountable for the things that we've created in our lives,
and even the stuff that we're working on. Like, we've created that.
Yeah.
Like. And we're just working through it together. We're gonna grow as a family unit.
Yeah, that's it. We're just better in our communication. Being more disciplined, being more patient with each other.
Oh my goodness.
Learning how to support one another without, feeling entitled to or taking things personal.
Yeah.
And just being very mindful of ourselves. So that's the intention. That's really it. That's it.
Y'all are in for a treat. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. Cause when we drop these clips in there and y'all really see where we at, and then you see where we at the end of this, oh baby.
Yeah. But it's us holding ourselves accountable. The intention behind us really doing this entire challenge is to hold ourselves accountable, and like we said, to just build a better bond with each other and ourselves, and continue to keep building on it.
No more complaining.
No more complaining.
Be accountable for the stuff that you see in your reality, because it's you.
It's you.
Your kids are only showing you.
And that's one thing it's one of the main things that we've become very aware of. Is the fact that whenever our children are doing something that we may not like or agree with, or it just makes us feel away, it ain't got nothing to do with the kids. They got everything to do with us. And those, that subconscious programming that we just ain't deal with.
To point fingers at the next person.
We done pointing fingers at each other.
Oh yeah, no.
We don't want to. That we're aiming to be, accountable teammates, a very great support system for ourselves first, because you can't support nobody or do nothing for nobody if you can't do it for yourself, and for each other.
We're all accountability partners.
That way we're able to all hold each other accountable, because it is important to be around people who are accountable.
For sure.
And that's what we would like to put out as well as attract, and that's it, That's it.
Shall we get into it?
Yes.
We shall.
Enjoy. So, here we are. Let's talk about the benefits of team building as a family. One, it helps strengthen the bond within the family. You gotta have a strong bond within the family. Got to. And that's with anything, especially when it comes to, doing business with family. Just being in a relationship, and creating your own family. You gotta have that. You gotta have a strong bond with each other.
Nobody should be able to infiltrate that.
Nobody.
Period. All right, and the next one is improving communication. I feel like this one really is a sensitive topic for me because we have a child that is on the spectrum. My baby is 3 and she's nonverbal, but she's actually just starting to sign with us. At first, when we introduced sign language to her, she didn't really. I don't feel like she took it well. I felt like it was one of those days where she was like, "You're trying to force me to communicate, and this is what I'm giving you," kind of thing. It was like one of those things where you take it or leave it. And I feel like having a second child who actually signs, but she is verbal, I feel like she started to feel a lot more supported, and it's worked out. So I definitely feel like the communication is a really big one, and I also feel like through this 30-day challenge, I'm very excited to see in the end, and also throughout, having those aha moments and stuff. I'm really excited to see what I learn about myself as well as from my children, in the different ways that they choose to communicate.
It's so interesting seeing how they communicate. Because
There's so many different ways.
It says a lot about how we communicate, and how well we listen to ourselves when we are communicating.
Talking is not the only way.
Yeah, talking is one of many ways you can communicate, and I've learned that. We've learned that becoming parents, and having a nonverbal child. But yeah, let's go on to the next. Another, way that building as a family can help is in team building. It can create a form of trust and unity within your family unit. Trust is huge in everything. If you don't really trust someone, you're not gonna buy anything from anybody you don't trust. You're not gonna go around someone you don't trust, and you're most definitely not gonna listen or follow instructions from someone you do not trust.
Need me a little baby who gonna listen. Facts though.
Okay.
Facts. If they feel like you're gonna listen, they're more likely to come to you.
Correct.
Why would you want your babies to go to somebody else?
Yeah, and so that's one of the things that we've noticed being parents when your kids. It don't feel good. I know y'all want, for those who consider their kids bad and their kids don't want to listen. I know that shit do not feel good when your child don't want to follow your instructions. And it ain't got nothing to do with the kid. It has everything to do with you
gotta be accountable there.
You gotta hold yourself accountable.
Period.
For, why your child does not want to follow your instructions. And it's all, I know for me personally, I feel like that trust has to be there in order for, someone to want to listen to you.
Yeah.
And so we know this because our kids sometimes don't be wanting to listen. Yeah, that flies.
It just literally landed on my head.
But, it don't feel good when you have, children that you've created and you ask them to do something, or, you simply tell them something and they just don't want to follow your instructions, or they just, it just doesn't feel good.
That's when you go look in the mirror and you let it go figure it out with yourself. But I could definitely say by like just this experience alone, you want to get all of that. You can find all the answers because, oh my goodness, all these questions that you may have, like to why you attract certain things in your life, your kids will show it to you. All of it. It's like magic. Like,
if you're open.
Yeah, you really gotta be open to it, and like I said, be accountable.
And that's another thing. Team building helps with opening up.
Yes, very much.
It will allow you to open up if you allow yourself to open up. Being able to be open and
empathize.
Being able to empathize.
Problem solve.
Put your ego to the side.
Right.
You got to be able to put your ego to the side.
That's where that patience comes in.
You got to be able to allow yourself to be open and hearing what other people have to say, and that's part of having a strong sense of trust within one another.
We all have our own perception. So they're bringing that. They're another aspect of you, bringing another perception of you, like outside of yourself. And like, I feel like that's like one of the greatest gifts. The greatest.
Yeah. So that's really it. And also we get to create memories while doing so.
Oh, it is fun.
Yeah. We're definitely going to show y'all. And y'all, that's what we're here to bring. We're here to bring that authenticity, the transparency, because we know a lot of people who are going to be watching us.
This is a series. This is a series, y'all.
We let y'all know right now, y'all have not seen this. Y'all have not seen this.
Really?
And y'all just open yourself, be open to what it is that we're about to introduce you to. Especially coming from us. These are the things that we've shown many people.
I feel like if anything, it's one of those things where, being that we haven't shown it, like people don't think that it exists.
Right.
So I feel like it's important if we're talking about, building a relationship with you guys as well, bringing y'all along our journey. It's very important to show all aspects of really what goes on, and even allowing y'all the opportunity to grow with us, because we're all about that.
Correct. And that's another thing. We're here to grow with you guys. Y'all are here to grow with us. That's all we're doing. We're doing this for growth. We're doing this to grow. We're doing this for our children to be able to grow, and we're inviting y'all into a space of growth.
It's very sacred.
Elevation.
It's very sacred.
Very sacred space.
You are blessed to be here.
For sure.
Let me tell you.
Because y'all are in for something. Y'all are in for something. Y'all ain't in what you asked for. You're getting what you asked for. This is what you asked for.
This isn't for entertainment. I'm just gonna let you know, if that's what you're here for, like it can be entertaining, but that's not what this is. This is definitely raw and authentic. This is our actual lives, and this is next level, and it's probably not often that you even get this or run into this on social media. So yeah, you're gonna be glad you came.
For sure.
Can you sit down with us? If you want to be in the video, you can sit down with us. Okay. Not in front of the camera. Sit right here. Okay.
Look, so you can see yourself. Bam, you want to come join us?
Come on, man.
Hey.
Come join.
Okay, I see you.
Welcome to the party.
Say something. Look, hold on. You ain't gotta grab the mic. You can say.
Okay, so we're doing this is day one, and we did 2 activities today. This is our team building as a family 30-day challenge.
Yes, indeed.
So for today, we're going to talk about activity 1. Activity 1 was an activity that they have never done before, which really consists of mostly learning how to count.
No.
All right, for real though. So activity 1. So we were introducing an activity to them. I feel like in the very beginning it went I would say it's expected. Like I didn't have any expectation. It was one of those things where they've never experienced working with that activity.
Yeah.
So you could tell that they never had experienced that.
Right.
It definitely, but I could definitely say towards.
Man, playing with the lights.
I see. Okay, but I could definitely say like towards the end, they started to kind of like grasp the concept. So I do feel like at the end of this 30-day challenge with that specific activity that they'll get the hang of it. They catch on pretty quickly. If you do the activity the same way, even though it could go all kinds of ways, if you do it the same way every single time, they're gonna expect it to go that way every time.
Yeah.
And so I do think it's great to like mix up the activity and do it differently every time. Like even if next time we start from the bigger number and then go all the way down to the 1, you know, so they're not expecting anything from us or just expecting outcomes.
Yeah. From my experience, going over the activities with them, to be more specific, the second activity that we've done, that wasn't our first time doing it. It's been a minute since we all participated in doing the activity together as a team. So, like I said, that second activity, we've definitely gone about multiple ways of really just doing that activity. Are you okay? Bam pulled the horse head off and that she blew out.
Yeah. It's her in the camera for me. She in the camera.
The second activity,
She's trying to put it back.
We've gone about doing that activity in multiple different ways, and there's been different things that we've been able to teach them by going over that activity in multiple different ways. But since this time, starting our 30-day challenge, it's been a minute.
Baby, talk about activity.
Well, I was just referencing like the fact that since you were talking about, you know, it's good to go over multiple different ways, I was referencing activity 2, saying that we've gone over that one multiple different ways already. And yeah, but activity 1 was actually kind of fun because that was our first time as a unit going over that activity ever. Y'all saw it. We unboxed it. They over there arguing with the horse and each other. But yeah, activity 1 was pretty interesting.
It was. I definitely didn't have any expectations going into it for sure. But it went pretty well. Definitely where we are with that is, as well as the second activity, it's obviously going to be brought into each activity until it's dispersed. But the lack of patience, them wanting to rush each other to get to their turn,
Focus,
as well as them also wanting to do for each other just to speed up the process.
Hey, Nova. That's another thing right there. She
following
knows that
directions.
we're on camera, and
she does know that we're on camera, and she likes to
follow
be funny on the
directions.
camera.
Yeah, she likes to kind of seek attention in a way. That's something that
We're working
at. So again, this is the day 1. Day 1 of 30.
Oh yeah, y'all gonna see this transformation is gonna be real. Like, I can definitely say it's one thing to feel like you know somebody from seeing pictures of them online, but it's another for you to actually to be a part of this experiment with us, for you to see where we're at today, and for it to see us grow over the course of 30 days. So this is actually going to be something that we do quarterly. doing 30-day challenges every quarter. And then outside of that, we're going to post regular YouTube videos on our family channel once a week. So definitely look forward to that. But I'm super excited for these 30-day challenges because it gives y'all the opportunity to grow with us and transform with us, and also get to see a new perception of life.
While you're here, would you like to give us any tips moving forward and your experience on the first?
She don't want to be on the camera.
Okay. Well, Nova, how about you? Come here, babe. Would you like to come give us any tips on today? As you can see, they got their own situation going on. This is the whole part. This is why we're doing this. It's for us to build, to become one, to be better at trusting ourselves, trusting each other, being able to work together with each other, better communication, building discipline, being more patient with each other. All of that. Okay.
So, do you have anything else to say about both activities?
As far as both activities, I can definitely say each activity it points out the different things that we have to all work on in different ways, being that the activities are similar, but they have their own unique touch to each activity. So I can honestly say activity 2, I definitely saw a lot less patience, a lot less focus, a lot less support of one another. And activity 1 definitely, even though it was the more new activity that they had the less experience on, it was definitely one that they seemed to support each other with a lot more, and they seemed to be a lot more interested in that one, in my opinion.
Which is activity 2?
Activity 1. Just
Probably
because it was new.
Yeah.
So.
But it also, how they've been looking at it with the one that they never experienced before. Like, they're like, okay, are they gonna just? I think they kind of expected us to allow them to just play with it to figure it out.
They did.
But it was one of those things where, like, from the jump, you gotta set the tone and let them know, like, there is an intention behind the activity. We basically are utilizing these activities very intentionally. When it comes down to like them creating their own art and stuff like that, like they have more creative control. And there's times where we have allowed them to play with these activities, the ones that they have played with before, on their own individually, which is exactly why today Bam struggled with activity number 2, because she's gotten used, like at first she was used to working with us, and then she got used to playing by herself, and then it's gotten to a point where she's like very defensive over the activity and doesn't want anybody else to engage with it outside of her. So I feel like today, from what y'all saw from her, was mostly like her just wanting to go about it her own way rather than having to follow directions. So
I'm not gonna necessarily say they don't like following directions. I can say that as of right now, what you see is the reflection of
inconsistency
from us. It's not that they don't like follow directions, but it's us being accountable and showing up, being consistent, and working things out with them, and actually, allowing them to feel that they can trust us and actually want to follow what it is that we have to say. So
feel like you won't lead them astray.
I mean, that's the whole point of us going through these activities. But yeah, that's just been our experience from activity 1 and activity 2. There are more activities that we have not shown you guys yet that we will go through over the course of the 30 30 days
We're gonna eat.
that y'all will see. And again, this is just day one.
This is just day one.
But welcome to Parents with Boundaries.
Welcome to the unknown.
Welcome.
So there's always a lot more than social media, just to let you know.
Nova, can you say welcome? Say welcome. No.
She likes
Welcome.
to say the end of the word.
You say welcome?
Alright.
I'm
Tell
saying
them
you
to
can-
subscribe.
Can you say subscribe? Subscribe. Hold on, wait, don't grab. Can you say subscribe? Can you give him a kiss? Can you say, mwah. Can you give him a kiss? You gotta say subscribe and I'll give you a kiss.
Y'all, Bam brought the horse.
Nah, I
Bam
can't.
brought the horse to say hey.
She what the horse butt.
Alright, well, that concludes today's video. So we'll see y'all tomorrow.
For sure. Peace.